y'all. So, I want to do a short little commentary about this tweet that I saw on the Jasmine brand. And I want to talk about it because it's just been this thought process, particularly perpetuated by Black men and a lot of, just Black people in general, about like Black people just cannot be beautiful. So this tweet, like the person, Luca Magic, he says, "No way, Taylor Rooks, fully Black. She gotta be mixed with something." And she's like, "What weirdo thing to say. I am Black AF, just to be clear, and I want you to attribute anything that you like about me to being Black." Like, I don't understand why this is a thing. Like, when things are said like this, it's basically saying just Black, just a African American person, just Black. Like, if you never were mixed with anything, or if you just look with Black features or whatever, like you can't just be Black and pretty. Like you have to be mixed with something else in order to be beautiful. Like, Black itself is simply just not beautiful. And the crazy thing is, it's like this guy like probably has a Black mother, a Black aunt, Black sisters, and so what you're saying is your entire family, like, they're not beautiful. They just look like nothing because they're not mixed with something. Like, it's just a crazy mindset, and it just shows just like how this shows the self-hatred that's within you. And I can't even tell y'all how many times, well, it's not how many times, but there's a couple times when I would be out and about that somebody would say something like that to me. Like, this guy once said, like, "Yo, like, you pretty, like, you can't just be Black." I said, "Do you think you telling me that I can't just be Black is a compliment? Like, you telling me that I'm pretty, I'm a pretty person because I seem like I'm mixed with something. You think that's a compliment? No, that is not a compliment." And I think the Black community, like in general, just has some issues and things that needs to be worked through, because those things have never probably been worked through before. You know what I'm saying? But like, furthermore, like, I just don't understand why, like, the things like this keep being said. Like, why do you have to put this out in the world? Like, it literally drives me crazy. And I also want to get onto the Saweetie and Too Short thing. Like, so if y'all don't know, but Too Short basically had an interview with Saweetie, and he was basically saying like that all his favorite women, or the women that he typically go after, are mixed, right? And like it just looks so awkward. Like, Saweetie just looked like, okay, like, what is the purpose of you saying this? Like, okay. But it's just like, Too Short, like, in the words of my friend, not too much on Black women, not too much on Black women. Like, I don't understand, first of all, why this even need to be said. Like, why does this have to be a thing that is said, that your favorite is mixed women? Like, I don't get it. Like, why are you saying that? Because in the midst, like it just seems like no one can ever uplift, their quote unquote preference, which I honestly don't even like that word, but can uplift the type of women that they go after without downing just Black, just straight, like, normal Black women who aren't mixed with anything. You get what I'm saying? And it's 9 times out of 10, most of the time, it's men who have similar features or similar color to the image of Black women primarily, who don't like those type of women. And I honestly do believe that it has something to do with them not liking themselves internally, because so many times, like, even when it comes to like specifically darker men talking about dark-skinned women, they're just like, "Oh, I don't want to look too much like myself," or "I don't want my children to come out looking like me." so you don't like the way you look. Like, that's basically what you're saying. But then you trying to put that on us, because I'm a dark skin. Like, you trying to put that on me. You trying to make me not like me. And it's like, no. Like, no. It's too much black girl magic. It's too much dark skin magic out here. Like, for you to even be saying, like, for me to feel this way about myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's just upsetting, because it's like, again, sir, I'm sure the mother that birthed you and pushed you out or had a C-section, whatever she had, your aunties, your grandmothers who probably raised you, most likely raised you, looks like you. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want someone in your life that looks like them. And then I think of the men who have daughters that look like them, but they say stuff like this. Because let's be real, we've heard it come from men who have daughters who look like this. I can only imagine what that says about, like what that says to their daughters. You know what I mean? Like, and I think you just have to be careful. You have to be careful, especially with today, because I think it's a lot easier today for comparison, especially amongst women, to happen, because you have social media, and then you have celebrities like this saying things like this, and kids and other younger girls, they get a hold of it because it's so easily accessible. So like, you have to be careful. But I also just want to say, I think it's important, black women, like especially dark-skinned women, is to surround yourself and follow other dark-skinned women who look like you, who are loving themselves, okay? Because the bottom line is, these are not the only type of men out here, you know what I mean, who say these different things like this. Avoid these type of men. Don't be around these type of men. And 9 times out of 10, you're doing yourself a service anyway by not being with these type of men, because they're messed up in the mind, and you don't want to be with somebody like this. So I surround yourself with other black women who see this as problematic, who love themselves, and go ahead and just move forward in your life. Because at the end of the day, when you do have someone in your life who cherishes your color, cherishes who you are, you're going to be looking back at this and you're going to be laughing like a kiki ha, okay? Because I don't care what you got to say. You know what I mean? And I hope that that is the case. But I just really wanted to get on here to talk about that really quickly, because things like that, things like being mixed, or you have to be mixed to be beautiful, it bothers me specifically because it's so easily accessible for other people to see. And like me, I'm in a place, right, where I feel comfortable with myself, but everybody's not there. And even when I am comfortable with myself, I still don't like to see stuff like this. I still don't like to see things like this, especially because you have other people looking within the black community, and they're seeing the way black men treat and talk about black women. And then you wonder why the respect for black women pretty much everywhere is so low, because there's no one fighting. There's no one speaking up for us but us. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, not really feeling that. So I don't want to ramble on. This was something new that I did. I just felt the need to really talk about it. Don't know if I'll do more like this or whatever, but I just really wanted to just get on here and say that. Don't be comparing yourself out here, and don't be listening to these dusty guys who be out here talking like this, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, I don't think they're going to be able to have anything to offer you anyway that you can't do for yourself. And don't be looking for these guys to love you. And I know that that's so cliche. Like, I know you hear it all the time. But think about it. What is it really going to profit you having guys like Too Short, or this guy who did the tweet, like be with you? Like, what is that really? These guys like these other celebrities who don't like dark-skinned women in their section, or don't like to be with black women, or want to just be with racially ambiguous women. What is it gonna do for you? For you, your dark-skinned, beautiful, chocolate, black featured self. What is it going to do for you but probably make you feel less about yourself? You know what I'm saying? So you don't need it. You don't need it. So hope you enjoyed this commentary. drop down in the comments any prayer requests, anything you want me to be praying for regarding like how you feel about yourself, any things you've heard, self-esteem, whatever. Drop them prayer requests in the comments. And thank y'all for tuning in.
Can't wait another day.